Good afternoon, everybody. Blank here with our weekly outlook going into the first week of November. Happy Turkey Month, everyone. We're out of Spooky Month and into Turkey Month. So I'm going to start out with, as usual, a quote from hometown hero Dolly Parton. You cannot direct the wind, but you can adjust the sails. So the relevancy in trading with this is, our job as day traders are not to try to catch tops and bottoms. We can't dictate where the market goes, right? We're looking to capitalize on institutional moves, figure out where the big money's going, and hitch a ride for a minute. That's all we're doing. So don't worry about chasing tops and bottoms. Worry about where big money's going. Hitch your ride, get your bag, and get out. All right. And you'll notice I'm not doing a PowerPoint this week. I'll be honest with you, I just don't feel like it, so I'm not going to do a PowerPoint. So, anywho, moving forward, we're going to go with our economic calendar for the week. On Monday, November the 3rd, we have manufacturing PMI. This is going to be a manufacturing economic data week. Granted, excuse me, granted, we actually get that information because our government is still shut down. What have we learned during this last government shutdown? Economic data that is collected by the Bureau of Labor and Statistics is delayed, or data is not collected, or they just don't deliver at all. We don't know. A couple weeks ago, we got CPI kind of sprung on us by surprise. I think it was a week before last on Friday, out of nowhere. So we've got FOMC member Daly speaking at 1 o'clock as well on Monday. Tuesday, we've got Bowman yapping with some imports and exports data, maybe, and Jolt's job openings. We will get Atlanta Fed GDP now. It's not that big of an impact for us. And more manufacturing data. These ISM manufacturing PMIs up here is basically it's data from the manufacturing sector in America. So it basically tells us, the pricing, inflation, whatever for for their sector there. And then you have over here on Wednesday, some oil stuff, and then you've got more Fed members speaking, non-farm productivity on Thursday, which again we may or may not get because we know that non-farm payroll, non-farm data is stuff that we don't get, or it's said that we don't get, or it may be delayed. You will get Michigan 1-year inflation. This is from University of Michigan. This is not the government. You will get this information for sure on Friday at 11. Does the market care about it? Sometimes. So it's kind of hard to say, but we don't really have a data heavy week coming this week, which is good. Kind of good, kind of bad, because it kind of leaves us open for more potential stray, tweets coming at us and generating some, volatility. Who knows? Maybe Trump and the Chinese president, maybe they break up again. Maybe they get back together. Maybe Trump picks a fight with the Canadian Prime Minister. Who knows? So moving on to earnings this week, we don't really have a whole lot, and I pull all of the earnings stuff that I have from Earnings Hub because it's not like Earnings Whisper where you have to pay for it. Well, kind of. I can't search for all the mega cap stocks that have earnings anymore unless I pay for it, because apparently they've gone in cahoots with, I'm wanting to say it's Savvy Trading, and Earnings Hub had a baby or something, and now they're married, and now they charge for it. So I can't filter the results, so we just have to see what they give us, which is going to be the most popular ones of this week. And the big ones to look for are going to be AMD on Tuesday after close and ARM Holdings on Wednesday. I don't really know that we'll see. I don't really know that we'll see a whole lot from anybody else. I'm not really seeing any big players. You might get some action with McDonald's on Dow Jones, but everybody in the server apparently doesn't give a shit about Dow Jones, but me. So I mean, that's more of. Oh, wait, is this Yeah, that's Palantir. Palantir has earnings on Monday after close. So this is definitely, I did not see that. My apologies. That's a big boy. Want to be careful on Monday. I know a lot of you don't trade on Mondays, but I kind of keep it light when I do, but I generally don't get in any big hurry to trade on opening on Sunday going into Monday. But definitely keep an eye on this one right here. Monday after close, Palantir. Tuesday, AMD. Wednesday, ARM Holdings. ARM Holdings is going to be your least impactful. Aristanet might give us a little bit of the business as well. So moving on, we're going to talk about some charts for a minute here. So on Friday, I believe I said that if we failed 270, I believe that we were going to revisit 25,851 through 25,813. I still think that that's a possibility. Judging from this 4-hour candle, we're seeing a lot of selling pressure. We saw a lot of selling on Friday. So that's, we could open up, and I don't know that we've gotten any news. My phone hasn't went off today. Nothing economic related. But I feel like this area down here is going to be a strong support. So we need to keep an eye on that. If we break this, if we fail it, I think we're going to fill this gap. I honestly think that might be where we're going to go. And then from there, I don't even really care about this 25,492. That's a long way from where we are currently. So I just, I don't really think, I think I marked this because I'm looking at maybe like a volume imbalance. I think that's what you ICT nerds like to call it. But it's more of a test, so I'm not really taking that one very seriously. My main sight is going on these two levels here. These two levels, if we reject 25,851, I'm going to look to here where we have an obvious trend going, and I'm going to look for possibly a retracement to continue this. So I could easily see this, breaking down below and sweeping it and coming back up and staying within this kind of like flag action we have. It's not really a flag, but this kind of trend down that we have. So that's a possibility, but I'm only interested in taking trades based upon these areas. Down here, I want to see price action come down, go into the area, obviously, and I want it to move out. I want to see an impulsive move out, and then I want to see, I'll probably look to enter on a retest to head long back into 26,270 or 203 rather would be my target for the bottom side of that area. Then I would expect probably a little bit of short-term volatility or some reaction in this area. If we break here, then I'm going to be looking for a retest in and then a strong move out. And at that point, I'm going to probably expect that gap to be filled. So I'd want to target the bottom or the beginning of the gap, which is going to be here. I think this needs to be a little bit, yeah, there we go. Let's shrink this down. Yeah, there we go. Down to here. So the only other thing that I'm looking for is if we break 26,270, if we break it, I'm looking for my tools here to delete my stuff off. If we break this area, I'm going to look for a retest into this area again, and then a move out, and I'm going to ride all-time highs again. That's my plan. Three different plans for what could happen with this, and I'm going to wait. I'm not going to try to play in the middle of this. I don't want to play ranges. I'm not interested in playing ranges. Not right now, because long term, we are still moving up. I have no desire to play ranges if I don't have to. If it comes down to it and we start ping-ponging in here for half the week, then that's what I'm going to expect. But I'm expecting us to move either down or we're going to go up, pretty much. So, but that's it, everybody. I hope everybody has a great rest of their weekend.